your fraternity has not been able to adopt. And this channel will have certain programs. For example, despite the news, then the whole other concept is having lawyers, pro bono lawyers coming in, and they'll be having live shows whereby, let's say, an issue of land will be discussed by the experts. Then where you have the lawyer, you'd also have the land registrar there, the surveyor there, and also the common mwananchi as members of the plenary of the public coming in to ask those questions. What do I do about these land disputes?
This focus will ensure that LRF as an institution is stable, sustainable, and to serve all, especially the poor, vulnerable, and marginalized. Though a lot of success has been registered in running these programs, several challenges abound.
There are various gaps in terms of programs, especially when it comes to research and development. We have serious gaps, and governance programs. So we need to do more fundraising to source for more funds. And we are also trying to set up a Haki Institute that will definitely be generating external income. Other than donor income, we'll have other sources of income from the external program. Most donors are willing to fund the programs, but they're not very willing to fund the administration function, which is very vital in program work. So financial resources has been a major point of disconnect between programs and the logistical support they need.
You know, our strategic plan is a 5-year plan, but you find many donors are doing short-term funding for this. Probably because it's project funding, it will be between 6 months to 1 year rather than 5 years. Yeah.
Paralegals are still taking time to understand that everything that they do should be voluntary and it's part of their community work.
We don't have like a donor who like is currently funding for advocacy issues. So if maybe we can like also fundraise for some of these activities, yeah, I think maybe we can do much better.
So far, at least for whatever we have planned for in terms of our programs, we have generally managed to raise enough funds for the year on a year-to-year basis, as one may put it. But obviously, we can do much more.
The demand of the training is so big that we can't afford, because also we have limited resources.
Limited resources such as constrained finances and technical support. Few vehicles available to accomplish its community programs. High cost of producing training materials for the paralegal staff and outreach programs. Gaps in the legal framework in Kenya. Inefficient and corrupt legal governance and administrative systems and processes in Kenya. The population is ignorant of its legal rights and obligations and, working through volunteers, thus challenge in long-term sustainability. LRF tries its best to overcome these challenges through the efficient usage of the available funds and the hard work of the dedicated staff. Running the programs comes with numerous challenges. Despite the challenges, LRF has registered several successes. Many success stories abound. This lady got a job as an assistant chief due to the training and skills she acquired as a LRF paralegal officer.
Post of an assistant chief in my area was announced vacant. So right away, I applied for the job. I had to wait. Now the challenge was I did not have a certificate. By then we had not graduated. So I went to the offices, LRF, I consulted Angela, then they gave me a letter, just a supporting letter. That was enough.
Mradi wa LRF umenisaidia sana. Juu tangu kuzaliwa kwangu sikuwa nishasimama kwa koti, lakini sasa naweza simama na niweze kushinda kesi, niweze kuuliza maswali ambayo yanastahili. Wamenisaidia sana juu ile uoga mtu anakuanga nao simama mbele ya koti sina, najua jinsi ya kuuliza maswali na kuweza kusaidika.
The communities are very appreciative of the work that LRF has done. One major achievement of LRF is that it has managed to conduct numerous legal aid training sessions for the community and has empowered many paralegal officers in the marginalized communities. The Executive Director gives her thoughts and vision of the foundation.
Our vision as a Legal Resources Foundation is to have a just and equitable society. And our key focus is really to work with the poor, the vulnerable, and the marginalized. More importantly for us is to ensure that our programs are participatory, and also we build strategic mutual partnerships with all our stakeholders.
I would like to appeal to our partners. LRF is of age. We have established programs over the years which are good programs. Looking at especially the paralegal program, it has become very, very important even to the nation, to the government, and is something that really needs to be sustained over time and replicated. And also on this front of having our own place, not for the sake of having a home. It's something that will help us in that training that I talked about earlier as part of sustainability. We want to call it Haki Institute. So for training purposes, if we have our own place, then we are able to raise that additional funds through that training. But doing it on our own premises would be cheaper than going to hire out places. And that's why we would want to especially appeal to our partners at this particular time to help us deal with that particular area. And we believe if we get support from our development partners, we should be able to move this particular area successfully.
For LRF, some of the things that we appeal is really one, developing a clear and direct partnership with us, where LRF adds value to you as a partner and you add value to LRF as a partner. Two, a partnership that you can contribute your technical support. For example, if you're in the academia, or if you are a research institution, or if you are even as a state agent. And finally, the other way that you as partners can also contribute is resources, both financial and non-financial.
Social justice is the epitome of every developing nation where the dignity of all is promoted and protected by the state. The role that Legal Resources Foundation plays in promoting this cannot be overemphasized nor downplayed. It is imperative that Legal Resources Foundation gets adequate resources to ensure that the sustenance of its programs through core funding and mutual partnership initiatives that support the full implementation of the Strategic Plan 2009-2013. To think otherwise is to lose hope in humanity and postpone the basic right of access to justice for the poor and marginalized. The resultant negative effects of this blow are too hard to fathom. Remember, if the price of liberty is eternal vigilance, then the price of justice is confirmed legal literacy. Haki itawale.